Hello and welcome to the 200th installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined by other host, Jordan.
That's me, baby. And we're here.
Where the fuck are we?
Actually, you lost the house. You shouldn't have went to that poker game. You've never played poker before, Chris.
Well, it wasn't poker that got me. They kind of saw through the fact that I can't play poker really quick. It was the blackjack dealer getting a 6-card 21 that really did it. And also, the rest of the money I had that I hadn't lost on the blackjack table, I put all of it on black at the roulette table.
That was a bad idea.
And it was red.
Yeah. And now there's no set anymore. So actually, we're woodland creatures. We're living out in the woods.
Yeah, we're homeless now.
So, GoFundMe will be posted shortly after this video. But
we gotta survive and
somehow
catch our own food.
Yeah.
Which hasn't been going well thus far. But
yeah.
Jordan, I mean, we post this thing many places. Where might it be?
Yeah, sure. Should we survive this encounter, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS feed linked below. YouTube, Spotify have the video platform. You can see us, so you can actually see the location we're describing, which for those listening, we're on the water. Well, we're out in a little lake, little pond. And
Calm little pond.
Yeah, Instagram, TikTok, find us there. It has been one short recently, the Minecraft short. It did bananas by our standards.
That's the one where I went, "Argh."
Come on, man, don't overdo it. Then we're gonna lose our fame. Fame, dude.
Of course.
And that's where you can find us. Contact us via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send your comments, questions, concerns, death threats.
Fishing.
And GoFundMe funds so we can buy a house.
Send us Red Lobster gift cards.
Red Lobster gift cards, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Red Lobster doesn't exist anymore. Send us Chili's gift cards.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Hopefully you can hear the sounds of nature on the mic. It's pretty peaceful out here. We're aiming for a peaceful 200th, and it hasn't been going well so far.
There was, as is typical, when dealing with me doing anything ever, there was very nearly a crash out.
Twice.
Very nearly. But,
by the way, we're fishing. I don't think we really said that. And by we, I mean Chris is. I'm playing camera boy. I'm playing emotional support dog at this point. I had to retrieve his lure from the woods.
Yeah.
So.
It was a two-man effort. I mean, I threw you the tool that you needed.
Dude, that throw, I wish we had a third set of hands. I should have brought Letsy, had her be our camera person, because that throw was like out of the end of an action movie. Like, Chris just kind of throws this thing like a perfect underhand toss through some trees. I'm like, on the edge of the fucking bushes, I catch it.
You caught it like a baby or a football or something.
I did.
Something you would normally catch, like a baby.
Like the flute, no.
I recently went to Bass Pro Shops. I spent about $400.
Is that really what you spent? I never got the total number till now.
About $400. It's $380.
Makes it all the better.
Well, I got a new rod. This was $170 to be fair, the rod. The reel I already had. But I got it because it matches my other rod. I have another St. Croix, this is a St. Croix 6'6" medium power fast action rod. You can get at Bass Pro Shops for $169.99. It's a pretty good rod made in the USA.
No tariffs.
No tariffs on this one. And I got a little jerk bait here.
What happened to that other bait? Wasn't there like this other cool one you wanted
to use?
There
was like another one that I had way more confidence in. Unfortunate boating accident.
Oh, yes.
As in, I'm a bit rusty. I haven't been fishing since, last September. So I must have fucked my knot up. And on my second cast, I just shit whipped it out into the creek. And now it's gone. So this was like probably $7. But I have this one, which is like similar idea. So we're already doing great.
Then that one got stuck in bushes way over there, so I had to cut through the woods and go grab it. So
yeah,
we've been off to a good start. That was like his warm-up cast, but now the real show's on. So
now the real show's on. Now we commence
Operation Fish.
The fishing. Watch me go right into the trees. Watch.
When it hit the ground right before you let it out, I thought it was gone.
It was like for a minute. If you had like, if this was an anime or something, there would have been a close-up of my eyes, like going, "Nani?" widening. So I don't have a lot of faith in myself today, I'll be honest. But, oh, dude, there's a goose freaking out, dude.
Yeah, dude, his friends landed in the water without him.
Crashing out. Hey, relax.
We're filming here. Oh, God.
All right,
Oh,
he's about to go beat the shit out of those guys.
What the hell happened? So, Chris, what have you been up to besides fishing?
Oh, well, I haven't been doing a lot of fishing, to be honest with you. I've been doing a lot of prepping to fish. Well, I recently bought Galaxy Bud Pro 3s.
Those are like the AirPod looking ones, right?
Yeah, and that's specifically why I bought them, because having controls, I think Apple nailed it the first time around. Having controls on the stems of the earbuds is vastly superior in every single way to touch controls on the backside of the earbud, because when your big fat fingers go to put them in your ears, you accidentally hit 78 controls. And then, so that way, so you just end up turning off the touch controls. And then when you're at work and people talk to you every 2 seconds, you have to constantly pick up your phone and pause stuff and then you're gonna play it, and then you're incentivized to be on your phone, and then you have your phone in your hand already. I'm like, all right, I'm already here. I might as well check Instagram or something.
You know?
So having the stems, I can just bop, 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 bop. I don't have to look at my phone.
You know, I just feel like, Chris, I feel like it's kind of a user error in a lot of ways. I hate to say it, because I've never used any of the Stem Bud Pros, but I don't have any of those issues, man.
Well, yeah, because you don't have big, fat, ogreish fingers.
But even...
You got little twink fingers.
But even then... Let me just back it up.
That could have been bad.
Almost lost my twink eyes, bro. Let's see if this cast goes. There you go.
Bail closed on me.
Even then, maybe they jip you, because you have what, like the A14 or something, your phone?
I have an A52.
A52. So maybe Samsung just goes like, hey, you didn't buy our most lavish thing. We're gonna jip you, because with my earbuds, the touch controls don't become active until the in-ear detection is engaged. So if I put them in, even if I'm, full palm in the earbud, it doesn't actually do anything until it enters my ear.
To be honest with you, didn't give them enough of a chance to find out, so.
Fair enough.
I think touch controls only make sense on stuff you don't have to shove in your ears with your fingers.
Fair.
But you know me, I'm a bit of a Luddite, so.
Well, I'm glad you found something that works for you. How are they overall, though, compared to something like the other Galaxy Buds?
They sound good. It's just like every other thing. You're gonna need the
aftermarket tips.
Aftermarket earbud tips, the memory foam ones, to actually fit them in your gross head. But other than that, they sound pretty good.
Hey, Chris, look to your right. Directly down and right.
Oh, look at these little fellers. Duckies. Duckies.
Hey, Chris, it's a ducky.
Ducky.
Ducky, come here, ducky.
Completely off frame, but there's going to be a lot more editing with this one, Jordan, I should warn you.
That's fine.
Because it's completely off frame, but there's a bunch of ducks right there.
They're going to get into frame if you stop sneezing. I'm just doing some B-roll. Dude, the geese are getting in the way. You're going to be catching a goose.
When you said, the way you said it, you were like, Chris, look to your right. I thought Bigfoot was there or something. I thought I was going to be face to face with the fucking Midnight Whistler or something.
Could you imagine if you were if I was look to your right and you looked to your right now and a Sasquatch fist punched you right in the jaw?
There's a set of Sasquatch nuts right there.
I didn't know how, I've never really been this close to a duck, to be honest, so I didn't know how skittish they were. They're gonna go right into your line, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm fine with it though. I'll get them out of the way. Go on, be free, ducks.
They're just swimming. There's gonna be a lot of cropping on this one to look at animals.
There's gonna be a lot of cropping. There's gonna be a lot of cutting. This one's gonna be a short one, I feel.
Yeah. So the earbuds are cool.
Galaxy Buds, they sound fine. They sound like earbuds. Like,
Yeah, they're no over-ears.
the thing is, right, I have a level of sound quality that I expect out of things that cost as much as these things do, and these meet it. Like, if you're spending, honestly, in 2025, if you're spending over $100 on earbuds, period, they're all gonna sound fine.
And they're all gonna sound similar too, most likely.
Unless you're like a real audiophile,
Yeah.
you're not gonna notice any differences in having higher quality or like more expensive headphones, which is, you know.
Part of that is just straight up down to like power, right? Like you have small drivers, and
True.
you only have so much power you can give them. You know, like we're not talking about like 80-watt headphones. Like, it's, you know, it's a bit different.
80-watt headphones is crazy.
That would be awesome.
That'd blow your damn eardrums out.
That would be kind of awesome.
Getting your eardrums blown out.
Yeah, I mean, you can't hear after that, so it'd be the best sound you've ever experienced temporarily. What is the wattage on like an earbud? Do you know? It's like a 1 watt?
I think like 10 at the most.
At most.
I think like 80 watt is like real speaker territory.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna correct me on that. Actually.
My Sony A747C FWs are 84 watts per speaker.
My Sennheiser HC600s are 38,000 watts. I need a small power plant to power them.
I had to buy plutonium to use them.
I had to buy my own deactivated thorium power plant.
I don't know what I did to this camera lens, dude.
I think you broke it.
It works though. Like right now, it's working. I'm getting so much good goose video, bro.
Getting a lot of good goose B-roll.
Yeah.
Pretty sure something was nibbling at me. Pretty sure I was getting a little nut nibbler.
Yeah. So the earbuds have been cool. It seems like.
Yep. I've been working a lot. That's cool.
Well, I mean, you gotta support the $430 or $380 trip.
$380, please. Let's be modest here. Trying to think if I've done literally anything else. I put this whole thing together last night.
So this is a fishing pole.
Yeah. Built it myself. No, what I had to do is I had to take like probably 300 yards of line off my old fishing rod or off this reel to put the new line on, which I didn't technically have to do. It's just the old line was shitty and this line is better.
Made sense. That's fair.
This line is just heavier. So, more so for thickness than anything else that I care about. Because this is braid. So there's no stretch.
Oh yeah. I was wondering why I couldn't pull it when I was trying to get out of the bush.
Transference of power. So when you get a fish, you can just bah,
all torque,
bah, bah, instead of it stretching.
Does that make it more prone to snapping?
Yeah, because there's no stretch.
Yeah.
So this is usually heavier duty. Like on my other rod, I have a bait caster rod that I brought with us, but I'm not fishing with today because I think I would just serve to embarrass myself by getting a bird's nest every cast. My bait caster rod has like 60-pound braid on it or something, which is like the diameter is like 17-pound mono or fluorocarbon line, which are like the other. Yeah, but it's so it's just it's probably a bit stronger, you know. It's got more tensile strength, but it doesn't stretch as much. This is, I think, 30-pound. This is 30-pound or 40-pound, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But this is like the little Bass Pro. I got this little feller here. I got this little jerk bait here.
That sounds like a certain website that I've heard of before.
Oh, I got chatterbaits too.
Oh.
You know how embarrassing fishing is?
Fishing is.
You gotta say, hey, I was fishing a jerkbait the other day, or I was fishing a chatterbait.
Yeah.
Chatterbait?
I was jerking with a jerkbait. Yeah.
I was fishing my jerkbait, and then I switched to a chatterbait real quick. And I'm just, you know, I think it begs the question. Nay, it raises the question. Raising the question, begging the question are different. That's one of my things that I've learned.
I'm gonna need a summary on that after you're done with this point.
Raises the question, Is fishing gay? I think a little bit.
I think they think so.
I think it's a little gay, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
But raising the question is just, you could ask this question here. Begging the question is when you're using circular logic. It's a logical fallacy.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
It's kind of a semantic argument, realistically, but some people care. If you're in an academic setting, they care, but generally, if you're speaking to someone and you say, this begs the question, they're going to know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so raise the question is kind of just like, it brings up a point.
Yeah.
Beg the question is more like, hey, you're incorrect, and this kind of proves why. Like, what?
Begging the question is used during circular logic. So it's a tactic used in rhetoric to basically force someone to ask a specific question so you can prove your point better.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
I probably botched that, but...
No, I think it makes sense. I mean, if it's right, I guess it's to be determined, but...
You know what else I've been doing?
What's that?
What's interesting is I've been not reading, but listening to some books. I've been listening to the Mistborn series by Brandon Sanderson. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's about this world, right? And there's basically this like immortal god king that has ruled over one empire. The whole world is now one empire.
Fair.
Ruled over one empire for 1,000 years. And some powerful assassins are team up to stop him, to overthrow him.
Do they form a creed?
No, they form a crew.
Oh, Assassin's Crew, my
Assassin's
favorite.
Crew. And what's actually really interesting is the way they handle magic and power in that universe. It's all about, it's in the system called allomancy, where they swallow metals, different metals, and different metals can do different things. So, like certain ones will, you can burn certain ones to enhance your senses. You can burn a certain metal to make yourself really strong, and shit like that. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. There's enough action in it to like really keep me satisfied. It's a good enough. There's enough stuff going on that I stay curious. But I'm on the second book now. It is like mainly a romance, unfortunately.
Really?
But I was like, yeah, I mean, it's not like an egregious like gooner romance.
Yeah, it's not one of the...
there's no sex or anything in it. It's just mainly the second book is about a relationship between two people, so.
That's cool though. Do they ever touch on what tungsten does?
Tungsten doesn't do anything.
Makes you wicked heavy.
So there's certain metals that do certain things, but using other ones that aren't imbued with some form of power will kill you.
Oh, I would die then. I'd be like, yo, tungsten, this is funny, and then I would die.
Essentially, the whole crux is the main character, she is what's called Mistborn, which means she can use all of the metals. Most people either can use none or one, but certain people can use all of them.
How do you know what you can use? Is it just like you try it and you either die or you live?
Yeah, you try it, and I think if you can burn some of them, they call it burning. So if you can burn one of them and then you burn one that's an allomantic metal that isn't one you can burn, you just get sick. But
I got cancer.
Basically, yeah. Like you get some kind of AIDS.
Super AIDS.
Or if you burn an alloy, so a lot of it's about alloys. If you burn an alloy that's like not mixed right, you can get sick. So it's pretty interesting, I feel.
That sounds like a cool concept.
It's definitely very and it's when you first read it, like the first fight that really happens between one of the Mistborn and then like a bunch of people, the first fight that happens, you're like, I don't know what the hell is going on here. And then by the middle of the book, you're like, this is awesome, dude.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's pretty cool, though.
I recommend them. They're a lot of fun.
And you said they were called the Mistborn series?
Yeah. So,
reminds me of that book I found that I was like, hey, guys, we should listen to this. Only because the audiobook version of it is Roger Clark just being Arthur Morgan the whole time.
Oh, what else is new?
So, he plays an undead cowboy in it. And he's like, ah, boy, in the book, so.
Surprised they didn't get Rob Weedoff to do that.
Yeah, right.
An undead cowboy. Where he goes, I don't know about this. He's always yelling. I don't know why.
he can't use his indoor voice ever. This is peaceful. This is cool.
Yeah, that's fishing.
I'm enjoying just sightseeing. Look at the hawk. The hawk up there. Hawk. Duh.
A hawk? We saw a hawk too? I
gotta get some hawk B-roll. I cannot follow him. He's too fast.
He's the hawk is too fast. God, I feel
Just kick him in the pond.
every day I feel my brain swelling, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like there was a point in my life where my brain worked really well.
Yeah, like peak
And
efficiency.
That time has passed.
That's fair.
I think when I was like maybe 14 is like the last time my brain worked properly.
Yeah. No, that I could see that. It
And
has
now-
just been downhill for the last.
Now
like,
I've consumed too much brain rot and alcohol that my brain is like, we're done here.
we're checking out.
I'm gonna be dementia'd up by probably 29.
That was a beautiful.
Now
cast.
watch that cast.
Did you see that? Yo, what if a shark grabs it?
A shark?
Yeah. A shark in the pond, dude. I
Pond
actually
shark.
remember what I said? So I was gonna put a crocodile in here the night
Crocodile
before.
in this frigid ass water.
Yeah, so after we finished filming episode 199 last week, or the week before, whatever it was, I said to Chris, I said, for this fishing episode, I think I'm gonna sneak over there and put a crocodile in the night before to see if you can get eaten. And yeah, that was the whole point of discussion, so. You didn't get stuck on weeds, did you?
No, I'm just trying to.
You're jerking it.
I'm just trying to jerk it in different directions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's interesting how for the first episode where we on camera jerk it, you decided to be in public for that. It's an interesting choice.
Yeah. I'm just trying to maximize my risk here.
Makes sense. Dude, no risk, no reward, honestly, you know what I'm saying?
How am I supposed to goon if people don't watch me?
So I, in lieu of when we saw each other last, I ended up beating Assassin's Creed Shadows. And
Is it any good?
it's good. It's a good game. It took me 83 hours to get
Jesus
through
Christ.
everything. I did all the content. I have I think 2 side quests left that I'm saving for the DLC, to be honest.
You know what I have heard about Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I wanted to ask you, is that they will have you do something, and then plop you into a tutorial for it, like right after you do what you're doing. Or they'll just have like a bunch of weird tutorials laced throughout the game for some reason.
Yeah, I don't think I noticed that really. I think the only tutorials I remember doing are right in the beginning. And there's a couple of narrative tutorials. So what those people are probably referencing is sort of how the game has you do the kamikuri. It's like the meditation or whatever. And then you have to do it in a tutorial after you've already done one. So that's like a little weird. But for the most part, once you're in the open world, there's really like not any tutorials. It just kind of sends you out there and is like,
Look,
we caught something.
Look, I got a big one.
A big
leaf.
Leaf.
They call that a leaf fish.
Yeah, it's actually the hardest fish to catch, I've heard.
Yeah, 'cause I'm that much of an expert.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the main thing is I think there's like a couple weird tutorializations in the beginning, but like for the most part, the game sets you out, and you're just on your own. You're just doing your own thing, to be honest, doing quests.
Interesting.
It doesn't even really tell you how to select a quest. Like, you just have to kind of figure that out. Which leads me to like my biggest pain point with the game, which is the Assassin's Creed games really need to stop doing this whole open quest design thing, where basically you're given a list of targets, and it's like, yeah, you know, take them out in any order for the most part. Like, they'll usually be in banks because you can't just like go after the leader. You got to take out the underlings first.
Right.
But like those underlings are in banks where it's like, okay, these 3 are accessible. Pick one, go for it. And what it leads to is like a really out of pace narrative. And that's the biggest issue I have with Shadows is like the voice actress for Naoe, say what you want, her English dub or whatever, isn't the greatest, but the character herself is pretty interesting, and I find Yasuke to be pretty interesting, and his voice actor's pretty good. So like overall, they have a solid like 6 out of 10 cast and like performance. I feel like maybe even 5.5 if I'm really angry that day. But then they don't use it because they can't do much with the quest design because you're just doing things in an open-ended manner where like you'll kill the main guy and then you talk to his buddy and his buddy doesn't know he's dead yet because you technically probably canonically shouldn't have killed that guy yet, but they just let you do it however you want.
That's irritating to me is like, why have something have a logical order and then not follow that logical order?
To give you a false sense of like starting your own journey. Like the biggest egregious like example of it is the side quests. I talked about it in the last episode where I talked about Assassin's Creed, but it only got worse like as I played more of the game. I was walking down a street and this guy just had like a high value target like name to him, and I'm like, huh. So I stab him and then it just says, oh no, he's part of an unknown organization. And then I got like 35 hours into the game and all of a sudden that organization gets revealed, and it's like the weirdest dialogue where this character's like, please save us from the Winter Raiders or whatever. And she's like, oh yeah, I killed one of them. Yeah. It's like, okay.
Yeah,
like,
cool.
Like, that's the biggest issue. The gameplay, honestly, it's the best I think Assassin's Creed has ever been. I stand by that still. Shortly after release, they patched it to fix a couple things I didn't like. You could move faster on horseback in cities. It didn't slow you down like the Red Dead camp thing as much. Oh, dude, look, the 5 of them.
Interesting.
And it allowed you to do auto follow, so you could set like a path and auto follow on horseback. They let you multi-sell items, like you could sell items multiples at a time, so that way you weren't just sitting there clicking through menus and shit. So a lot of like quality of life stuff. And the game's really good. The story does end openly, which I know a lot of people didn't care for, but it's like, how do you expect them to tell a story where you dismantle this empire if the empire still exists 100 years later in the next game, you know? So that's the problem. Like, it is what it is. But I gave it a solid 8 out of 10.
Why not just say, oh, you didn't do it?
Yeah.
you failed.
But yeah, it's it just ends openly with like you kill one guy, but really he was just a pawn in a bigger organization. So everyone's like, oh, there was no satisfaction. I'm like, well, yeah, what do you expect? Because there needs to be the next game that takes place 100 years after this, you know? So it was a good game though. 8 out of 10. Definitely recommend. Definitely think it's something that should be played at some point, even if it's just for the world and the atmosphere and that shit. And the stealth. The stealth is very good.
It's a Ubisoft game, so I'm gonna wait a month. When it's on sale for $20, I'll buy it.
The gold ultra mega edition or whatever.
Yeah. Ubisoft sells games based off initial hype, and that's where they make all their money, and then they're like, all right, fuck it.
It's free.
$5 now.
Yeah. But you know what Lexi's playing? I got her to play. So she had 4 options. I'll read you the 4 options. Ready? She had 3 originally, but I proposed
she had 4 options.
Well, she had 4 games she was interested in.
Oh, I see.
So
I was like, are you limiting what she can play?
No. So I Steam family shared with her, so she has my whole library. So she went through my library and she had 4 options, 3 originally. I talked her into a 4th one, but the 3 were The Witcher 3.
Fair.
Cyberpunk.
Good game.
Red Dead 2.
Good game.
Or Spider-Man 2018.
All right.
So I was personally trying to talk her into Spider-Man because I feel like it exposes her to RPGs in a way that isn't daunting.
If you haven't played an RPG before, dumping someone into like Cyberpunk is crazy.
She's never played an action game really before, like a serious action game. So I thought Spider-Man was like the nice entry. Because Red Dead I feel like is really simple, because when you're on a controller, it aims for you. Yeah. But you have to figure out the world and how that kind of works, so that's a little complicated. Hey, another catch.
Another fish.
We call this one a seaweeder. And then Spider-Man, I thought, had the best balance of, like, it's open world, but the world's not that big. There's not a whole lot to do in it, so you're not overwhelmed with things to do.
2018 also, like, Spider-Man 2018, you can make that game really hard, or you can just breeze through it.
Exactly. So I've basically, long story short, I thought that was her best bet. But she chose something different. What do you think she chose, Chris?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Cyberpunk. She jumped in.
She's in for it.
Jumped in head first.
Why am I getting so many phone calls?
They patched that for the most part. And let's put it this way, dude. She's like 14 hours in. She's done all the side quests so far for the first like opening area where you get all those phone calls. She's finished like all of those. She's done more than I have in that game.
Jesus.
And she's only up until the point where she's with Takamura, and they're getting ready to go to like the Chinatown parade or whatever, where you end up fighting that guy. That's like his old buddy or some shit. So she's not very far in, dude. She's been just grinding out side stuff, and she's like, I love the world, I love the gameplay. It's like, I think the funnest game I've played. I'm like, you know what, man, good for you. I'm glad you weren't there for day one, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, it's refreshing to hear someone say that, you know?
One of my buddies at work, he played it, and I was telling him, I was like, you do not know what it was like. Ground Zero, day
zero.
1, 2020, playing that game that you've been so excited for, that you waited to play because the Steam servers crashed because so many people are downloading it. Like, you do not understand the pain that playing that game induced.
I took the day off work to play that game. And funny enough, Chris, I don't think I've ever told you this story. The day we played Cyberpunk, because we were doing like a spoiler cast, so we both played it on launch day, that was the day that my boss at the time called me to ask me about you for the job you ended up getting. So he was like, are you home? I'm like, yeah, I'm playing Cyberpunk. It came out today. He goes, of course you are. And then he started asking me about you.
What about this Chris guy?
I told him you sucked. I don't know why I ended up hiring you, to be honest.
Well, he's stupid and I don't like him and I think he's dumb.
He's fat and he's stupid and he's gay.
He's fat and dumb.
I don't think he could even fit through the door, man.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, so she's playing Cyberpunk. She's, honestly, it's refreshing because she was playing a lot of her DS games like I talked about, the fucking Puss in Boots game and stuff. And
wasn't there the Garfield one where you had to beat it for her?
Yeah, I had to beat the final.
And you said it was actually pretty hard.
Yeah, I had to beat the final platformer section, and it was actually pretty tough. So it's yeah, it's been interesting though. She's really enjoying Cyberpunk, and it's cool because it's also a game that like I know about, so we can kind of talk about it. So that's been pretty neat. And I played a couple other things. Did you end up playing anything or no?
Actually, yes.
Not with yourself. That's what I was asking.
I played a little bit of Schedule 1.
I've been watching so much content on that game.
So that game came out, and I was like, this shit looks fucking stupid. Mm-hmm. And then I heard nothing but rave reviews about it.
Like absolutely mad. Yeah.
And everyone was like, you gotta play this shit, dude. You have to. And I was like, fine. It's $20. It's pretty fun. It's pretty good.
It's going to get better too. It's only one guy developing it, so it's going to take time for it to get better, but it is definitely cool so far, what he has in place. And surprisingly for an early access game, it has a decent bit of content to work through already. I'd say the only problem is the economy balancing in that game is whack.
For an early access game, there is so much stuff in that game. I have played AAA releases that have less content.
Yeah, and less good content too. That one's like actually fun.
This is the thing, what's going on in the gaming landscape like right now is that indie games are indie studios and like indie developers are making shit that people actually want to play. While all the AAA studios are focusing on making graphics.
Yeah.
This is the most realistic, immersive world that we've ever made. We put zero effort into the gameplay, though.
It's just photogrammetry. It's literally just like
photorealistic.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's some Australian guy who's like, I have this hyper-stylized game in which you produce and sell drugs to people.
But I'm going to make it as fun as possible.
And I'm going to make it $20 and really fun.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, all right, sold.
It's got an appealing loop. It's got a really like tactile but simplistic mechanics where it's like you have to do the work to do the stuff, but it's not tedious. It treads that line almost perfectly.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, you're baggy and stuff, but it's not too tedious, right? So yeah, I don't know. Kudos to him. Kudos to Tyler. That's his name. That's all I know about him.
Which is, yeah, it's pretty cool that that's able, and you see stuff like that where a similar thing happened with like Lethal Company.
Yes.
Where like Lethal Company came out of nowhere. It was made by one guy who makes Roblox games, and it became like one of the top selling games on Steam for like that time period.
And it still is pretty well played too.
And he sold it for $5, and everyone's like, yeah, this is awesome, better than most AAA games. It's just like there's two opposite forces happening right now. There's the mainstream like AAA and shitification of games, and then there's the indie sort of de-shitification of games happening at once. That's why I play indie titles like way more than I play AAA stuff.
Yeah, I definitely play both, but I'm starting to love
so many hours into fucking indie stuff that like,
yeah,
I will go and I'll play AAA games. I'll be like, why is this not as good as?
Because it should be better inherently.
Games.
It should be way better.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of it, you know. Yeah, he fucking immediately started swimming away. You're such a bitch.
My cat does shit like that. He's a cool looking guy too.
He does look kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie.
My cat does shit like that. I was trying to take a picture of him drinking water the other day. Should probably move this way, get more in frame. I was trying to take a picture of him drinking water the other day. I was like, this is some good footage. The second, because I pulled up my camera, it was on front facing. I was like, ew. So I turned it around, and the second the camera got on him, he went,
wait a minute, I'm on camera, I feel it.
Wait a second. And then he just started looking out the window all nonchalant. No, go back to doing what you were doing.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Come on, cat. What are you doing?
Good God. Golly, man. I'm going for a different strat this time.
Oh yeah, what's that?
I think this is it.
Chris just pulls out a shotgun.
Spoon.
Spoon?
Yep.
What's that do?
So this feller, it shines. It's a spoon. What happens is it's real heavy, and you throw it out. Oh, look, he's pulling up on us.
Huh. Dude, what do you want? Why are you getting so close, bro?
He's pulling up on us, man. Well, he heard that you were upset you didn't get to take a picture of him, so he swooped back around.
This is the goose, though.
Oh, the duck went over there, I think. No, geese are...
Dude, they're violent. That's
geese
the thing
are bold as hell. This guy's chill, though. Look at him.
Yeah, I actually like him.
He's minding his own business.
I've literally never been this close to a goose.
Oh, Hey, where are the fish at? Hey.
Actually, his fat ass is probably staring him away.
Goose. Where? You tell me where that... Hey, buddy, come here.
Are you really about to go fight this thing?
Tell me where the bass are at. He knows. He don't want to tell me.
He don't want no smoke.
That goose is like, oh, fat boy, he's gonna eat me. Theory of operations with this is you throw it out, throw it to the bottom. Usually this is good for like the winter. Guys use this for ice fishing.
Yeah.
But you throw this out, you let it sink, and then you just kind of jig it along the bottom. And it'll catch the light and kind of look like a little fishy or something.
Makes sense.
I don't know. I feel like fish are dumb as shit because, like, if I saw this thing, I'd be like, I'm not eating that. That's not food. But then they'll see something like that, which looks way more fish-like, and they'll be like, nah, I don't want it.
Not possible.
Blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, indie game developers are fucking killing it.
Definitely a lot more AAA.
We've reached a point where like every mainstream thing sucks ass now.
Yeah. Movies, games, TV shows.
Speaking of which, Minecraft movie. Have you seen how fucking bad some of these theaters are getting?
Yeah, I have. You got that? I'll just take it right here. Yeah, I have seen, it's crazy. The people who brought the live chicken in.
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting.
Chicken jockey.
They started putting like previews or like warnings before the movie.
And out of that, because I'm gonna stick every inch of my finger on that if I. Yeah, I think they need to just ban.
Anyone under like 17.
They just need to ban teenage boys from seeing this movie unaccompanied.
Yeah.
Because
we were fine, yeah.
Well, because it's fun to see a movie. It's like, oh, this is silly. I think this there's no way this movie's gonna be good, and then you see it ironically, like whatever, but that's fine. But just be normal about it, right?
There's a difference between being like a complete dick and not courteous at all, and being like,
oh, this is silly.
Expectedly courteous. Like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna laugh, I'm gonna talk a little bit here, whatever. But like, I'm not gonna clap every 10 seconds like we had in our theater or throw popcorn. Like the fact that, like some of these kids that are there are probably gonna be the same motherfuckers working at the movie theater in like 3 years when they're old enough, you know? So
they're
like,
going to be working at the movie theaters when the Minecraft movie 2 comes out.
Like, oh no.
And they're going to be like, my God. There's going to be another chicken jockey.
There's going to be a second movie for sure with how well this one is done. So it's going to be...
Absolutely.
It's going to be rough. Where do you want this? Just over here?
Yeah, just, I don't know, put it somewhere.
So it's going to be rough. I feel for the workers more than anything. Like that sucks.
Oh, absolutely.
That shit sucks.
What I will say is still worth going to see the movie for is Steve's Chicken Shack jingle.
Yeah. Hot lava chicken. Yeah, that one's good.
Chicken, la 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 lava.
Steve's lava chicken. Yeah.
So that's what I'd say the movie's is worth seeing the movie for.
The movie was a good time. I enjoyed it.
It was fun. It was fun.
I just hated the people.
Yeah, what's not fun is all the people acting like morons when they're, you know, thought I felt something nibbling at my nuts a little bit. I think I just need to let line go slack and let it
rest.
Let it sit at the bottom a touch. Or wait for it to go on streaming services and then see it. If you really want an experience that is like worth your time.
I feel like it won't hit the same though, you know? I feel like the theater, like with the big screen, the popcorn, the soda, the recliners, the group setting, minus the screaming, really like sets
the
that
soda
movie.
that had no syrup, the popcorn that was like a third of the size it used to be.
If I wasn't already getting rammed by the prices there, it wouldn't have hit the same, you know?
Maybe. But
Part of the
like,
experience.
you know how shit be.
Yeah. Happens.
Got some plants, I think. I got some more vegetal matter.
Vegetal matter. It's like Vegemite, that stupid fucking thing that the Australians drink or whatever. Or eat.
Drink.
Oh my God.
Is this a sock? I caught someone's cum sock, dude.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
I caught someone's cum sock, I think. I think that's a plastic bag of some sort.
Okay.
No clue.
Looks like it's like a skin that a fucking sausage came in.
Sausage casing. And that's just a leaf.
Ugh.
Nothing crazy there.
Do a little of that. We're cleaning up the water too.
See? You know, we're ethical.
We're
right?
a green podcast. You know, Chris, thinking about it,
Yeah.
this is the 200th episode.
True.
So, off the top of your head, because we didn't prep for this at all, what's been some of your like favorite moments throughout the years, throughout the other 199 episodes plus vlog style stuff?
Like the rant. In recent memory is the rant I went on after we saw the Minecraft movie.
Yeah. That's up there with some of the favorites?
That was definitely, I was absolutely on one when we did that, and I was like, oh, I'm killing it here. So
Yeah.
I think I liked that. Would Geralt win was a good one.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, some of the recent ones. I think, like listening back somewhat or whatever, thinking back somewhat, I really like some of the early episodes when Alex came on as like a guest. I feel like sometimes those got a little zany, a little unhinged.
A little bit.
Specifically, there's the Godzilla and Kong thing between the two of you.
Yeah, he was a monkey with a stick.
Yeah, that was a definitely an interesting one. So I feel like some of those are the favorite moments. I think my favorite thing, all-encompassing, of the podcast so far was probably I want to say like that Halloween short we made. The one where Spider-Hog got introduced and all of that. The one where we made the potions and then had
the introduction of Spider-Hog was crazy.
I just feel like that's I don't know. I have good memories of that one. I think something about going filming in the woods at midnight was like kind of cool. I don't know. I mean, that or like this year's pumpkin thing was kind of interesting.
Yeah, what I think we missed the boat on was making all those goofy ass pumpkins that people were making.
Yeah.
I think we should have done something like that.
Right. Oh, the gingerbread fallacy was a good one. That one was cool.
That is like one of my favorite things we've recorded, and I gotta say, not because of us.
No, not at all. I think Lexi
firmly saved that video.
Yeah. That was I don't know, just like there's funny memories around that between that happening and also the hey Chris, this has to
be
sit
refrigerated
for 24 hours minimum.
No.
So
someone left their intestine in the fucking lake, man.
How'd that happen? Must be the crocodile I put in there.
The crocodile.
Crocodile. But yeah.
I was like, where the hell did that go?
You turn around, I'm like, oh, Chris, like in my forehead.
Oh, guys.
But yeah, there's been some good moments. There's some good moments, that's for sure.
I think all the bits we did where we filled out our rogues gallery is really fun.
Those have been sort of recent ones, yeah.
I think Nazi Lubert was probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, that was a wild bit. That got out of hand. That was, yeah.
Because it's the fact that, like, it's not just something he believes, it's just genetically that's...
Yeah. There's no beating it out of him.
How he is. You have to get, like, CRISPR to take that out of him.
And you can't help it, bro. You know, that's what happens. I kind of feel like one of my favorite things we do sometimes, and I hope that we continue to do them and also get better at doing them, is the spoiler casts. I do really like doing the spoiler casts. I think maybe, like thinking back to like the Cyberpunk one, for example, those are some of my favorite episodes to record, just because we're like kind of, I don't know, we're telling the story of the game or the movie or whatever it is, and we're kind of talking about it from our lens. So I do enjoy the spoiler casts, like the Cyberpunk one we did. We never really officially did one for Spider-Man 2 because you took like a year to play it.
You know.
Then we just recently did the Minecraft movie one, the Godzilla Con ones. Those are cool. I do enjoy the spoiler cast. Maybe because they're like an outing, you know? We like go do a thing.
Yeah. I like doing stuff.
Yeah, so those are cool.
I don't know. I'll be honest. I thought I was gonna hate this format in particular.
This right here?
Yeah, but now we're doing it. I was like, this is kind of awesome.
Yeah, no, me too.
We're doing the same exact thing we normally do, except I got a little line in the water.
Yeah, to be fair, I thought the same thing. I was like, this is gonna
suck.
When we first set up, I was like, this is gonna suck. But we got some good weather too. It's decent.
I think it's because I was coming off almost crashing out. That like I was like, this is gonna be terrible.
Yeah, no, I like it as long as everything comes together, hopefully.
And this is when we find out our audio sounds like we're actually underwater.
I know. We'll find out, I guess. But yeah, the spoiler cast definitely is some of my favorites. I really like a lot of the shit we haven't actually posted. Specifically the Kevin James shit. That night we were watching the 3 Kevin James movies, or 4 Kevin James movies back to back. Fucking, what a night that was.
I think what we should do, and I think it'd be interesting, is if we... What I've seen other people do is they will just do a commentary track for movies. So, I know like YMS has done it before, where like him and his buddies will just sit down and watch a piece of shit movie, and they'll be like, all right, we're doing audio commentary, start the movie right now. And then, because we can't distribute the movie, obviously.
Yeah.
But having audio commentary as like, and then we can cut it down to, we can release the full thing as just audio, and then we can cut it down and include the clips we're referencing maybe.
Yeah.
That would be fun. And it'd be kind of an idea of what we were doing before.
But
we would just have to get good at like, oh, we're just watching the movie, instead actually giving commentary instead of like, oh, we're just watching the movie.
Did that stick me?
No. Almost got you though.
Yeah. Oh,
I got someone else's line.
Some other failed fisherman's.
Some other lesser fisherman who didn't have a little monkey boy to go fish stuff out of the trees for him. We should figure out how to do pull the resources together to do a D&D actual play show.
Problem is we'd be competing with shit like Critical Role. It's just infinitely better because it's a bunch of fucking voice actors.
A bunch of trained voice actors. I feel like we could take them on. I could voice act.
You think you could beat Sam Witwer and Ashley Johnson, dude? Deacon St. John and fucking Ellie from The Last of Us. And many more.
Ellie from The Last of Us.
Darth Maul.
I could do Ellie from The Last of Us. Hey, what's up? I'm a lesbian.
You could probably do the Deacon St. John, though. I'm fucking angry. I'll fucking cut him up and eat him.
I'm angry and I'm also a lesbian.
Oh, man. Yeah, where'd the geese go? Like, seriously, are we that boring that they were just like, we're fucking out of here?
They're like, we're out of here. No way we're hanging out with a couple of queers.
South of Midnight. You heard of that game at all?
Yes. Yeah, I saw advertisements for it like way early, like when they just had like a cinematic trailer. Mm-hmm. And I was like, watch, this is going to have a trailer like this, and it's going to be like a card game. Watch. Mm-hmm. Turns out it's not.
No, it's actually a really good game. So South of Midnight has a lot of great things about it, and then some not so great things, really. So the story, the characters, the world, the graphics, like the art style and stuff like that, are all really cool. Really, the only like major downside to it is the combat is just very rinse and repeat. And obviously, it's kind of what you're doing for a decent amount of the game, is just punching things and hitting things. So like, it's short. It's something like 10 hours. It's linear. It's got all that good stuff. It feels like a good old like Xbox 360 game, but with a lot of the modern love. You know, it doesn't run like dog water like an old 360 game. The graphics are actually pretty good, even in, you know, like that art style. The music is really good.
Interesting. The one thing I have seen is that like cinematic trailer that they released like probably 2 years ago or something, and that had a song in it in the beginning, and I was like, that's pretty decent. I don't know if it was original or if it was just a choice they made for the trailer, but I don't know. I think a good music choice is just as good as good original music.
Yeah, no, this game has a lot of original music because the whole premise is you're basically this character that is what's called a weaver. They're essentially, from how I gathered it, from the lore that it gives you, the stuff it does tell you, is you're basically sort of like freeing trapped spirits.
I get you?
No, I turned. You're freeing like trapped spirits that are sort of stuck in pain. Essentially, if a spirit died, or like a person died, or suffered in any like substantial way, they sort of have like this negative energy that's left behind that turns into like a monster. But it's kind of like fairy tale-esque. Like think of like Bloody Mary, like that kind of thing.
Oh,
it's got like weird fairy tale vibes where it's different characters. Like that all do these weird fairy tale style things, and then you fight them, and they're always like a fairy tale ass creature, like a tree giant or like a giant spider thing. But every time you unravel their sort of story, it gets turned into a song. So it'll be like a song of like, Molly went down the hill, and like it's just like singing a song to you as you're getting ready for the fight. So it's pretty sick, actually, the way they do the music. So I definitely recommend it. It's on Game Pass. I give it like an 8 out of 10 as well.
Interesting.
I think the combat's what holds it back the most. It tries to be like God of War 2018, but it's like so bad compared to God of War 2018. So.
I feel like it's hard to replicate that exact styling.
Yeah, I guess it's probably more, honestly, like a Devil May Cry, but like not as bombastic, because it doesn't have the tight over the shoulder that God of War has. It's more of like a wider field of view third person, and it's like one button to attack and then like 4 abilities. It's very simplistic. It gets the job done. That's how I looked at it.
I see.
Yeah.
I'll probably play, because if it's on Game Pass, I'll probably give it a shot.
I would. I definitely would.
Personally, that's like one of my biggest things when I'm actually deciding what games to play. Like, can I get it for free somewhere? Then I'll probably play it at some point.
Yeah.
How long is it?
Took me like 10 hours. I've seen that it goes as long as like 12. And I took my time too. I read like all the notes and shit. So reasonably, if you're just going there to play it and just not, you know, go out of your way to like read everything, you could probably beat it in like 7 or 8 hours. It's short. It's a short linear game.
Interesting.
It's from a bygone era, but it's really good. And then if you do end up liking it, if you do end up liking South of Midnight, then I think you have to play Evil West, because Evil West is another linear game from like 3 years ago that is one of my favorite games ever. It's so good. And yeah, it's just another like linear throwback style game.
I miss when games were like just tight like that.
Well, it also probably helps in my case that I had just finished Shadows. So I went from Shadows, an 84-hour basically trial in dexterity, and then I switched over to this game that was like, yeah, it's a tight 10. I beat it in like 3 days. So.
Interesting.
So it's definitely a good one to try.
I'm trying to think if I've done literally anything interesting. I don't do anything fun anymore.
I mean, at this point, we already have an hour of footage.
This is true.
So we can just kind of hang out, and then if you catch a fish, catch a fish. We don't have to necessarily be in podcast mode, I don't think.
Strategy here. And I go this way. Try to get it. So what I think is going to happen, though, mark my words as I say this, is I'm going to cast, and I'm going to hit that bit of tree right there. Let's find out. Or I just, whiff it completely. That's an option too.
Could try an overhead cast, might be a little more accurate going that way.
Perchance.
Yeah, if you go like kind of closer that way, I think you could overhead it. You just have a bush behind you gotta be careful about.
Let's give it a shot.
You used to be the master of overhead casts.
Yeah, I just don't like, because there's always shit behind me.
Uh-oh.
And that happens.
Oh, wait. Did that go over the tree?
Top of us in a tree. Come on.
You probably pull the line down and just pull the whole tree branch down with it.
Ah, you cunt.
This fucking thing is just up there.
Yeah. Other comic book noise.
Kapow!
Ka-chow! That's what Lightning McQueen says, isn't it?
Yeah. I think his secret hook got secretly tangled.
That's secretly fucked. I don't think it's a secret anymore, Jordan.
I feel like I don't know how strong that line is. I feel like it'll be strong enough to just fucking rip him out. Maybe not your knot, though.
No, I think he's up there. I think he's up there forever now.
You think so?
I think so. This is the most jerk baiting I've done all day. Here, get the angle right. Oh, I'm trying to get it out of a tree.
What if I just like Indiana Jones try to swing from the line?
I think you would take a swim.
I can't swim.
You would have to learn how to swim real quick.
All right, so note to self, overhead casting's out of the cards with you. It went perfectly over it, like you were trying to do like a fucking rope to swing by. Come back with a shotgun or something and shoot the branch down.
Bloogie. Bloogie.
I think we need a moment of silence, actually, for our fellow bluegill. Just
send up a little prayer for him. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a bluegill from a tree.
Oh, man.
I once was lost, but now am found in a tree.
Rip.
Rip little bloogie.
First fucking overhead cast. Just went straight over.
Told you it was a bad idea. One thing I'm not, a liar.
That's weird because your pants were on fire. We'll just say it made for content, and that's all.
Who thought of the phrase liar, liar, pants on fire? Do you think he really saw that?
Like someone's pants are on fire and he was like, oh shit!
Oh shit, this guy's full of shit. Literally.
You know what I think it is, right? It's because the idea is that a liar kind of twitches, moves around a lot, doesn't sit still. So it's like your pants are on fire. You're just kind of like, oh, fuck. You know, have you ever told a lie, Chris, and you're just like,
I thought I just said I'm not a liar. I don't lie. So, relax.
I'm stimulating the lake, dude.
Stimulating the lake. See that goose over there? He was face down, dumpy up in the water.
Yeah, they just be diving like that, bro. They just don't be up. Bro, better be careful I don't sneak up behind them. Fucking dumpy.
Dumpy.
Fucking ducky, dude.
Ducky, we're gonna find your family, Ducky. That's one of my favorite bits I've ever done.
I was just thinking that.
Ducky.
We were drunk for that, weren't we?
I mean, like, kinda, yeah.
That made sense.
When we were like, this will be a funny sight gag to have a bottle of wine or a bottle of champagne.
And then we drank the whole damn thing.
We drank the whole bottle.
Yo, can I just keep it real with you, though? That game was kind of unfathomably mid.
Yeah.
That game was only fun because we played it together and while drunk.
Fair, but, you know.
There goes that Matt T. Wood sponsorship.
Matt T. Wood is going to kill us now. I think that's going to do our fishing special episode.
Yeah, it's been the 200th episode.
I reckon we're going to probably do something like this again.
Yeah, something similar, whether it's fishing or something else.
Just hanging out. Who knows?
Couple of boys, couple of geese.
The geese are here in force.
Yeah, the weather's been nice. It's been tranquil. It's been a good episode, I think. It's been a little all over the place, but...
Yeah. But, you know,
what are you gonna do?
Is what it is. Jordan, make sure you remind the people where the things are at.
Yeah, so if you want to see what's to come after the 200th episode, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, and Pocket Cast. 200 episodes and I'm dead in the water. Do you mind? I'm doing an outro. Shut up.
Dude, he's trying to look at you, dude.
Yo.
Go shoot him.
I thought about it. Fucking dick.
Do you mind? Do you mind?
Actually, I'm gonna be honest, he looks kind of sad. It's like he's looking for friends or something.
Or not us.
Look at him. He's like, Mom, Dad, where are you?
Saw something in the water make a bubble over here. I don't know what that's about. I was wondering if there was a turtle trying to pull up on us.
Is this my fucking mind, though? Alright, what's the outro with him? start swinging on everyone. And you have Instagram and TikTok. You can reach out to us there. We did a short there. There might be some shorts from this I might try to make, or if Chris makes or something. Because there's a couple funny moments. I think something could be made out of the fucking thing getting stuck in the tree. That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, as always, contact us via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats. And yeah, this has been the 200th.
To 200 more.
Damn.
I get a close up on old Bloogie.
It's the friends we lost along the way.
There he is. Right there. He's to the right. I think I can digital zoom a little more. Old Bloogie. Gone but not forgotten.
Happens to the best of us, man. In the arms of... There's a geese swimming.
Yeah, I'm putting you in heaven.
Put me in heaven?
Yeah.
I'm with Bloogie, dude.
He's here.